Imagine finding a quarter that could make you rich, a simple 25-cent coin that most people spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that one special 2000p Virginia quarter could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Sounds unbelievable, right? Yet, it's true. Some of these coins are so rare that collectors are paying shocking prices to own them. So before you spend your next quarter, you might want to take a closer look, because you could be holding a small piece of treasure worth a fortune. Stay tuned until the end, because you'll learn what makes these coins so valuable, how to spot the rare errors, and why the 2000p Virginia quarter is one of the most exciting coins in the entire state quarter series. Let's start with a bit of history. In 1999, the United States Mint started one of its most popular coin programs ever, the 50 State Quarters program. Each new quarter design celebrated a different U.S. state, released in the order that the states joined the Union. In the year 2000, the Mint released 5 new designs, and one of them was the Virginia State Quarter, celebrating the 400th anniversary of the founding of Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in America. This makes the coin very special because it honors one of the most important moments in U.S. history. On the front of the coin, you'll find the familiar face of George Washington, the first president of the United States. On the back, the design shows 3 ships: the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery, the ships that brought the settlers to Jamestown in 1607. Below them are the words, Jamestown 1607 to 2007, and Virginia. It's a beautiful design that represents courage, discovery, and the birth of a nation. But hidden among these ordinary coins are a few rare versions that have shocked collectors with their value. Now here's where things get exciting. Most 2000p Virginia quarters are worth just 25 cents, maybe a bit more if they're in perfect mint condition. But a few of them were struck with rare mint errors, mistakes that happened during production, and these coins can be worth from hundreds to thousands, and in some extreme cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, one small quarter could sell for the price of a new car, or even a house. So, what makes these coins so valuable? It's all about errors and condition. During the year 2000, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of quarters very quickly to keep up with demand, and that's when unusual mistakes slipped through the process. Some coins were struck on the wrong metal planchets, for example, a Virginia quarter struck on a foreign coin blank, or even on a leftover planchet from another denomination like a nickel or dime. These wrong planchet errors are extremely rare and have sold for $5,000, $10,000, and even up to $25,000 depending on their condition. But that's not all. There are also double die errors, where parts of the design were struck twice by the die but slightly misaligned, creating a shadow-like doubling effect on the words or details of the ships. If you look closely at the letters in Virginia or Jamestown, and you see doubling, you might be looking at a coin worth thousands. The stronger and clearer the doubling, the higher the value. Some collectors have paid $2,000 to $8,000 for sharp double die examples in top condition. Another rare error type is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is not centered properly. If part of the design is missing but the date is still visible, these can sell for $500 to several $1,000s depending on how dramatic the error is. There are also clipped planchet errors, where a piece of the coin is missing, forming a curved cut along the edge. Even those can sell for hundreds of dollars. And then there are coins with die cracks, small raised lines or blobs of metal caused by worn-out minting dies. While smaller cracks may only bring a few dollars, larger and dramatic ones can fetch a surprising amount of money. But the most valuable and exciting 2000p Virginia quarter errors are the struck on experimental planchet coins. Some of these were made using different metal materials as the Mint tested new compositions during that time. A few examples have been confirmed with special metallic layers or unusual weights, and those rare coins have been known to sell for $50,000, $100,000, or even more than $150,000 at major coin auctions. Yes, a coin worth just 25 cents can be worth as much as $155,000 or $189,000 if it's one of these rare mistakes. So how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? Start by checking the mint mark. Look for the letter P just next to George Washington's ponytail. That stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which produced the majority of the 2000 Virginia quarters. Then look at the coin's color, weight, and edges. If it feels lighter or heavier than a normal quarter, has a different tone or shine, or looks thicker or thinner, it might be a wrong planchet or experimental coin. You can also check the words and numbers under a magnifying glass for doubling, or examine the edge for signs of clipping or off-center strikes. If anything looks odd, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and lower the value. Instead, store it carefully and get it checked by a professional coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. Even a regular 2000 P Virginia quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth money. Collectors often pay $10 to $50 for flawless examples graded as MS67 or higher, and even more for those with special features or proof-like finishes. The better the condition, the higher the price. Coins that are shiny, untouched, and free of scratches can be worth much more than those that have been in circulation for years. Now, let's talk about why collectors love this coin so much. The Virginia quarter isn't just another state coin. It represents one of the earliest chapters in American history, the founding of Jamestown. The design captures that spirit of exploration and adventure, and the fact that it was part of the first major coin series of the new millennium makes it even more special. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and this one does just that. It connects modern America to its very beginning. So before you spend your next quarter, take a close look at it. That 2000 P Virginia quarter sitting in your wallet or coin jar might not just be a simple piece of change. It could be a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Some lucky people have already sold their error coins for tens of thousands of dollars, and new discoveries are still being made every year. The next one could be yours. That's the fun of coin collecting. You never know what hidden treasure might be right under your nose. It's a mix of luck, history, and sharp eyes. So check your coins carefully, keep an eye out for those rare 2000 P Virginia quarters, and who knows, you might be holding the next big discovery worth $155,000, $173,000, or even $189,000. If you enjoyed learning about this rare and valuable coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Because one of them might have a small fortune sitting in their change right now and they just don't know it yet. So start searching, stay curious, and maybe you'll be the next person to uncover a rare coin worth more than gold. The 1976 Bicentennial quarter is one of the most loved coins in America because of its special drummer design and the way it celebrates the 200th birthday of the United States, but what many people don't know is that a few rare versions of this coin are worth far more than pocket change, sometimes hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. And these amazing finds have shocked both new collectors and experts. Even though more than 1 billion of these quarters were made, only a small number are rare enough to bring big money, and those are the coins collectors dream about. When people think of the Bicentennial quarter, they imagine a common old coin that everyone used to see every day, but hidden in that huge number of coins are some special ones that have errors, wrong metal, deep shine, perfect strike, or super high grades, and these special versions can sell for unbelievable amounts. Some of the most valuable Bicentennial quarters are the ones made of silver, especially the ones in perfect proof condition, because these proof coins have a mirror-like shine and sharp details, and when they are graded as perfect, they can sell for thousands of dollars. A few of these silver-proof coins in perfect grade have sold for over $10,000 because collectors love flawless coins that look like they just left the mint. There are also rare Denver Mint Bicentennial quarters in super high grades, and even though millions of coins were made in Denver, most of them were made for regular use, which means they got scratches, hits, dirt, and wear, so finding one that is perfect or almost perfect is extremely rare, and this is why some of the highest graded Denver coins have sold for $3,000 to $6,000, and a few special ones have even passed $20,000 in big auctions. But the real surprise comes from the rare mint errors, because these mistakes are the reason some Bicentennial quarters have reached massive values. The mint sometimes struck coins on the wrong type of metal disc, called a planchet, and when a Bicentennial quarter is struck on the wrong planchet, it becomes a rare treasure. Some were struck on silver planchets by mistake, and these rare wrong metal coins can sell for $10,000 to $50,000 because they are almost never seen and collectors fight for them. There are also bicentennial quarters struck on dime planchets, which makes the coin look smaller and cut off on the edges, and these unusual errors can sell for $5,000 to $15,000. Even more rare are the bicentennial quarters struck on nickel planchets, which change the color and weight of the coin, and these can sell from $7,000 to over $20,000 depending on condition. The rarest of all are the bicentennial quarters struck on foreign coin planchets, and because these are so strange and rare, some of them have reached $30,000 to even over $100,000, making them some of the most shocking bicentennial quarter finds ever recorded, and collectors still watch auctions hoping one appears. There are also bicentennial quarters with strong doubling, where parts of the design appear doubled because the die shifted during minting, and strong doubling on the words, numbers, or the drummer's details increases value a lot. These doubled coins can sell from a few $100s all the way to more than $10,000 if the doubling is strong and the coin is in excellent condition. Another thing collectors search for is a bicentennial quarter with full drum detail, which means the fine lines on the drummer's drum are sharp and clear, and these are hard to find because most coins have weak strikes. Coins with full drum detail in high grade can sell from $1,000 to $5,000, and these coins are often snapped up fast by serious collectors. With so many people checking their old change for rare coins, it is important to know what signs to look for in a valuable bicentennial quarter. People should check for shiny surfaces with no scratches, sharp details in the drummer's face and drum lines, clear letters, and bold edges. They should also listen for a different ring sound, because silver coins sound different from regular coins. Checking the weight is important too, because a coin that weighs too much or too little might be a rare mint error. Even small details like doubling on the letters or numbers, strange color, or a slightly smaller size could mean the coin is a rare treasure worth far more than face value. The history behind the 1976 bicentennial quarter makes these rare finds even more exciting, because the coin was made to celebrate a special moment in the United States, and finding a rare version of this historic coin feels like discovering a hidden piece of the past. Even though most bicentennial quarters are still worth only 25 cents, a small group of rare coins with perfect condition, special shine, or unusual errors can be worth more than anyone expects, and that is why collectors and beginners love searching through their old jars and drawers hoping to find one of these special coins. These rare bicentennial quarters prove that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coin can hide a huge surprise, and people all over the world continue to search for the next big find. So in plain sight.